everyone, my name is Rodney Smith. I'm here with Board Game Geek, and I'm also here with Andre Mack from Ravensburger. He brought a game that's also by Aaliyah as well, right?
Yes, it is.
And
yes,
this is the Rise of Queensdale.
It's the Rise of Queensdale, and it's
a big enough box I'm going to put on the floor for now. What is this?
This is a legacy game, so people might know Pandemic Legacy, so it's a legacy-style game.
Where every game, things are changing.
Yeah, every decision you make will have an impact on the future.
Right.
So it will be something will permanently change because you make decisions, and this will impact the whole line of the game, what will happen in the next games.
Right. And we should probably give a little disclaimer. If you're worried about spoilers, don't. Yeah. Don't worry. We're not going to reveal anything that you wouldn't see upon first opening the box. No spoilers.
That's right.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's just the first setup and stuff here, so all the hidden material is still here in the box. So.
And why is it called Queensdale? My understanding is the Queen is sick.
Yes.
Is that right?
That's the story. The Queen is sick, and we need to build castle for the Queen, and the King asks 4 families. So I will be representing one family, and we will try to build the castle for the Queen, and for that we need some infrastructure around the castle.
Right, so
towns,
cities around the castle to support it. Okay.
Yeah. So everybody has this borough, and you develop your own borough with infrastructure, with houses and buildings that help you in the process of building the castle for the Queen. And it's a dice placement game. Everybody has like 5 dice.
Right. So each player will have their own set of dice.
Yeah, their own set of dice with those sticker symbols there, and you can see that. And in the beginning of a round, everybody rolls their dice at the same time, and we have like here. Let us set it up like this.
Sure.
And you keep it in front of you. And this is the thing that you have for your round. And if it's your turn, you just place 1 die at a space on the board, and you try to collect resources.
And is that what we're seeing here? Like, so that you can pick up brick or
stone, money, and actions.
Actions, okay.
Actions. So if it's your turn, you can just pick this stone and put it on that space, and you get, in that case, 1 extra stone.
Okay.
And
so
you
represents you going to the quarry and gathering something.
Yes, gathering something. So that was my turn. So the aim of the game is to get, in the first round, to get 10 prestige points. So you see this on the track.
Yes.
This is my goal, to get 10 in the first game. Everybody needs to go up to 10.
Right.
I start at 0.
And how do you gain prestige?
You gain prestige if you build buildings.
Okay.
You see those buildings, they have costs.
Yes.
Here, like 1 wood, 2 stone, 3 clay.
Right. So that's why you're trying to acquire these resources, so you can build up these.
You can build up those buildings, and when you build a building, you get points, and you can see that here. You need the hammer symbol to build a building, and if you use that hammer symbol, you get 2 points.
So you have to go on the track here.
Yes.
Okay, I see.
So this is the main thing, how to get victory points. You can find some victory points here and there. There are events happening where you can get victory points, and if the game ends, if at least one player reaches his goal of 10 victory points. There can be that more than one player is achieving that goal. And then both players level up.
Right.
And in the next game, they need to have level 2. They need to get 16 points.
But you still start at 0.
You still start at 0 every game.
Right.
But other players may still be here at 10 points.
Oh, okay. It helps to balance it, I suppose.
Yes.
Right,
This is the catch-up mechanism.
Right.
So in the same time that the player needs 10, I need to get 16.
I see. Okay.
So this is but I get a little advantage here as well. But it's a racing game, and it's getting harder and harder. If I even advance to level 3, and somebody is still at level 1, I probably won't win.
You probably won't, right?
Yeah, because it's very hard to get 22 points before somebody gets 10.
And you mentioned something about events. We have all these cards, decks of cards here.
There, depending on what you do and what happens, sometimes events happen. Like depending on what kind of, you can get help in form of those guys, and if you draw the white guy, you get a card and something happens.
Okay.
There's a small story on each card.
Yeah, here.
We have like a
Yeah.
small story part, and then there we have like a small
The gameplay part. of it.
gameplay part.
see.
I want to show it
Because
it's
right. Spoilers. One thing I thought was interesting was the clairvoyance
yes
in the game.
Yes, yeah.
Because this gives you a little bit of information
Yeah.
to peek ahead. This is something private you see as a player only, correct?
Yeah. These cards you can find. There's somewhere hidden. There's the clairvoyant, and she tells you things that will happen in the future in the game.
Which I don't think I've seen a Legacy game before where you're getting a little bit of a forecast about what might be happening.
Yeah.
But you don't have to tell anyone else at the table.
No.
Right? So that's your own private secret.
Well, these cards are double-sided.
We won't zoom in on this.
Yeah. It's the first part is for everybody.
Oh, so there's some public.
There's a public part,
Yes.
and there's a personal part.
Interesting.
That you can read, and it's only for yourself. And the public part and the private part gives you information what will happen or what might happen, so
see.
that you can prepare yourself for the future games. So this is in there, and there are a lot of things that there. I think 9 or 10 things that can happen. 7, yeah.
And in traditional Legacy format, the rulebook has a lot of empty spaces in it, doesn't it? Things that will happen later to change it.
This here as well, you have the rulebook, and it's a normal rulebook. And if you see there are
Blank
spaces,
spaces,
again,
yes.
and you will apply stickers as
Right.
in Pandemic Legacy or so, you will apply stickers to have it.
And I guess we should probably mention something about the plunger, the Royal Plunger.
The Royal Plunger is one of the main things that need to be are in the game. We have it in purple. It's the Royal Plunger.
Yes.
So when you build a building, you have to remove a building space from the game board, and you do it with the plunger, like that.
Yes.
And you can remove it, and you can take it
Flush
out,
them out and set it in.
and set it in.
Again, I don't think I've ever seen that in a game either. Quite unique that way
Yeah,
too.
it's quite
but very
unique.
handy. You kind of
Yeah.
need it to plug these in. There's no way to pop them out from behind.
Yeah.
And so that just gives you a small taste.
Yes, a small taste.
Rise of Queensdale.
Yeah. So
And this is something available now?
it's available now. It's on our booth, and it will be available in the shops.
Okay. And how many players?
2 to 4 players.
2 to 4 players. Excellent.
And you need. Well, each game is 45 to 60 minutes, and you need around 18 to 20 games until you have all the campaign
Totally played.
Totally played.
Okay.
You can still play it afterwards, but
Yes.
then there's
It's
a freeze.
final form.
It's
Yes.
a final
Right,
form, and
right.
nothing will change afterwards.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Andre, for this overview.
Yeah.
Excellent work. Thank you. Appreciate it. I hope all of you enjoyed watching it as well.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
we'll be right back.